Hi guys, welcome to our next full week of online learning. This week for math, we are actually going to be doing two different problem solving lessons. So remember, when we do problem solving, we have to think about everything we've learned from kindergarten, first, second, and third grade to sometimes answer these questions. So today we are going to be doing lesson 11.4, and it's our learning target is I can make generalizations about shapes. Now, a generalization is just a statement about all of them. So for instance, if I have these five writing utensils, and I'm going to make a generalization, a statement about all of them, I could say all of them are writing utensils. However, if I put these ones down and I'm going to make a generalization or a statement about these, and I say all of these are markers, I'm actually wrong because this one right here is not a marker. This is a marker and this is a marker, but this is a pen. So if I would have had these three and said all three of these are markers, then my generalization would be okay. After we make a generalization, we do need to test it to make sure that everything is correct. So if you would like to pause me now and open up your textbook to follow along, that would be fabulous. And like I said, today we are on 11.4. So I have zoomed in so you guys can see it, so that way you don't have to get to your math book. But please remember, if you're following along on paper, at any time you can pause me and then you can write down your answer. So for the first question, it says in 1 and 2, make and test a generalization for each set of polygons. And before I do that, I am going to say, in order to do the guided practice and then the worksheet and take your digital quick check, you do need to have watched the math video because that's where you're going to learn all of the vocabulary and even some of the types of ways to respond to these. Okay, so number 1, I'm going to make a generalization, which is remember a statement about all of them. And then I'm going to test it to make sure I'm right. So when I look at number 1, I have a triangle, a quadrilateral, and another triangle. Okay, triangle because it has 3 sides, quadrilateral because it has 4. When I look at those, what do all 3 of those have in common? Well, I cannot say that they are all 3-sided shapes because that one in the middle is not. Oh, I know, and I'm going to write a complete sentence. They all have, and this one here is kind of a tricky one because you might have forgotten, but they all have one right angle. Now remember, let me get out of this so you can see what I have written down. Hello. This is what my notebook looks like. They all have one right angle. Now remember, a right angle is a perfectly square 90-degree corner. And if you ever need to test it, a great way to do that is to look at the corner of your notebook if you have a square one, not the rounded kind like sometimes they are, but look at this. This is a perfect 90-degree angle. And if you look, all of them have a 90-degree angle. It's right here. Oh, this one's tricky because it's upside down right there. And again, they flipped it over, and this is a right angle as well. Okay, number 2. And I could say that they're all polygons, but oh, does anybody have another thought as to what they all have? I know from lesson 11.1. Remember when we learned about how some shapes are all pointed up for convex and some are pointed in for concave? I can also say that they are all convex shapes. And like I said, I could say that they're polygons, but I would rather dig a little deeper, making myself smarter for problem solving. Okay, number 2. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is count the sides. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and they're all convex angles because they're all pointed up. The snow has not caved in that roof yet. Oh, this one here is not a convex because it goes inward. Okay, so how many sides does this one have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, so far I could say that they both have 5 sides. Does anybody remember what the five-sided shape is called? Don't blurt it out. Okay, this next shape. Oh, now we're back to convex angles. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what is my generalization? They are all pentagons. And remember, if you're having a hard time with the vocabulary, it would be great for you to print out those vocabulary cards and test yourself because these are really important words to know. So they're all pentagons. Remember, I have a capital and a period. All right, number 3. Now it wants me to look at the polygons above. All sides of the second and third polygon are the same length. So why is the friend's generalization incorrect? So I'm going to go back up here. And I remember, because I've already watched the video, that my friend said that all of these have the same length sides. Okay, and this one does have, this parallelogram rhombus does have the same length sides, and so does this one. But how come I can't say that that is true about all 3? Because this one here does not have the same length sides. A trapezoid only has, so I'm going to come back down here. A trapezoid only has one pair of same length sides. So I can't say that. That's kind of like when I said all of these, wait, let me make myself bigger. I know you guys miss me. All of these are markers. That's not true because this one is not. So I cannot say that. I can say that they are all writing utensils or great for Art Hub, but I cannot say that this is a marker. So a trapezoid only has one pair of same length sides. All right, and number 4. Draw a set of polygons that are the same in some way. Ask a classmate to make a generalization. Okay, I'm going to draw, and then you have to tell me. So, Now remember, I don't have a template, so I did my very best. Now, if you look at this, I want you to take a minute and think with your problem solving. What is something that all 3 of these have in common? Oh, I'm so glad you guys are participating. Who has an idea? That's right, you. They are all quadrilaterals. Please spell quadrilaterals right because that's kind of a big word. They're all quadrilaterals, and if you remember, quad means 4. So that's it for our guided practice today. I really hope that you guys understand that when you make a generalization about shapes, that means that you are saying something that they all have that is the same. After you make a generalization, make sure to test it on each one. Have a fabulous day, and like we do in class, if you would like to, it would be a great idea to come down here and do some of these independent practices, and then even to move on to the problem solving, because I'm trying to show you real fast, but I got my book so zoomed in, because this is a great way for you to make yourself smarter by just answering these couple questions. All right, guys, I hope you're enjoying this beautiful weather and have a fabulous day. I'll see you in a minute.